Relationships, the reasons why women have problems, part 2. Relationships, the reasons why women have problems, part 2. What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to be talking about relationships and the reasons why women are having so many problems. And so we're going to start off, we're going to go into many of the reasons why a lot of women are having problems. If you haven't seen relationships, my first video, part 1, which is relationships, the reasons why women have problems, part 1, you need to go back and look at that. You need to go back and look at that. You need to go back and look at that because it has a lot of very, very good information that will help you all. That's true information, not garbage information that a lot of people be giving you. And so you need to go back and look at part 1. This is part 2. And one of the things I like to say, so by the time you get finished with this, hopefully you'll took some good notes as to why a lot of women are having problems in relationships today. And part of the reason why a lot of people are having problems in relationships, well, first of all, let me start off by saying this. Ladies, great-grandma is dead. Great-grandma is dead. So you don't have somebody that you can truly trust in who's going to give you some very good information. A lot of the information which is given out to a lot of women now, especially these people that are supposed to be relationship experts, is bad information, it's wrong information, and some of the information that you're getting for some of these supposedly relationship experts, basically in a nutshell, can literally, if you take their advice, can literally get you sent to the funeral home. Okay? We're gonna talk about that a little bit too. There's a woman right now, she calls herself a doctor. Anyway, woman calls herself a doctor. She's supposed to be a relationship expert. I'm not gonna mention a woman's name. She's sitting up here trying to give advice to people. She not in no relationship. The woman was interviewed not too long ago. The 3 things this woman said. Number 1, the woman said she was in a relationship for an extended period of time. Why are you in a relationship for years with a person? Okay, that's not going anywhere. That's number 1. Number 2, she said she was dating multiple people. Then, so I'm like, okay, wait a minute. You first said you were dating multiple people. Then you said you were in a relationship, extended relationship, I guess basically one of those extended relationships where that person does whatever they want to do and you do whatever you want to do, okay? And I'm sitting up here like, this person is supposed to be a relationship expert and it's a female, calls herself a doctor. Like, if the woman giving relationship advice is not in a successful relationship, or not even in a really good relationship that anybody would probably consider a good relationship, why are you getting advice from people like that? And the person that was interviewing her basically said the same thing I'm saying. You don't even have a good relationship, and you wouldn't even recommend to a woman, to a person that's a relationship expert, to be in a relationship for an extended period of time, a number of years, that's not going anywhere. But you're in but she's in a relationship like that and dating multiple people. Please make it make sense. Why is this woman even sitting up here giving advice to people? All right. So that's what I'm talking about. There was a woman. This woman was an older woman. What I talked about as far as great-grandma, you could trust in what great-grandma told you. She's old school. She told you the right way and told you things that were successful, that made families successful and relationships successful in the past. Great-grandma's gone, great-grandma's dead, and you don't have the trust anymore in a lot of these people that's giving these relationships. There's a woman that's out here right now. She's supposed to be a relationship expert. And she's talking about telling women how to finesse men and how to get money out of men and how to get more money out of men and how to get more money out of men. And lady, let me tell you, you finesse the wrong man, that person can end up sending you to the funeral home. Not too long ago, I think within the last 5 years, there was 2 women that were finessing men. and they finessed the wrong men or finessed the wrong man. Well, the police found both of those women. You know where both of those women were at after they were finessing people? Well, police found a car that was set on fire. Car was set on fire. Police, after the fire was put out, police found the women. They found the women when they opened up the trunk of the car and seen both of these two deceased women in the trunk of the car that was set on fire. This is what could happen to you if you are out here trying to finesse people. You finesse the wrong person, you'll come up missing. So you can't listen to, especially a lot of these older women give you bad advice. I'm trying to tell you this to try to help you. There was an older woman I just recently watched within the last 2 months. An older woman. The woman looked like she had to been 70 years old. So you would have thought you would have got some good advice from this woman. This older woman was sitting up here telling women, hey, make sure you're a good HOE. I'm like, what did this woman just say? I think I have to play that back. She was telling women, be a good HOE. So you're telling women to go out here and be a good HOE and sleep with as many people as she wants to. This is the reason why there's so many people right now that's walking around with HIV. This is the reason why there's so many women walking around with HIV right now. And guess what? They look like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them because they're taking money. They're taking medicine every month. You listen to some of these female rappers. The female rappers are out here telling you, oh, be reckless, have fun, screw around with as many people as you want to, including screw around with other women if you're a woman. If you're a woman, there's other women who have got HIV from other women. There are women who have gotten HIV from screwing around with other women too. Okay? If you don't believe me, go on YouTube. You can see some of the women crying on YouTube talking about how they were out there having fun. They were screwing around with 3 and 4 different people and got HIV, and the health department now is telling them, all right, well, go contact all the people that you screwed around with and let them know that they may have HIV and they need to get themselves checked out. They had another woman not too long ago, I think within the last 5 to 7 years. She had more than HIV. She had full-blown AIDS. And the doctor told her, lady, did you know you had AIDS? The woman was like, nah. And the doctor said, looking at your results, you've been walking around with full-blown AIDS for like 8 to 10 years. Once again, fair use. Doctor stood up and told the woman she had been walking around with full-blown AIDS for 8 to 10 years. And so now the health department is telling her, you go get all your phones and all your black books, all the people you screwed around with for the last 8 to 10 years, and call every one of those people and let every one of those people know that you have AIDS now. And they need to go get themselves checked out. So she probably got a bunch of old phones that she gonna have to go through and get a bunch of old phones within the last 10 years and go through the address books of all those different phones that she may have had accumulated over the years and call every one of those people and tell them that they may either have HIV or full-blown AIDS. Okay? That type of advice that a lot of women are getting from some of these female rappers is now the reason why you have a lot of women running out here with HIV and some people full-blown AIDS. And a lot of these people that's walking around with HIV, they look like they're completely okay. It look like there's nothing wrong with them. Okay? So once again, you cannot take advice from a lot of people. Like I just told you about that woman who's 70 years old telling women to go out there and be a good HOE. Yeah, okay, you'll be like this woman crying on YouTube talking about how the 3 or 4 people she screwed around with, somebody gave her HIV. That's why you can't just listen to everybody. Like I said, great-grandma is dead. Great-grandma, who you could trust in her information on how to be a woman, how to be a wife, how to be a lady, she's dead. And so you can't take advice just because a woman's older. You can't think that that an older woman's got your best interest, or any woman. You could have some girlfriends. Look, to give you another example of what I'm saying is true. You have women out, there's a particular woman, she's a female celebrity. She had a very good husband. She admits she had a good husband. You know why she probably left her husband? Because she listened to her dumb girlfriends. Listened to her dumb girlfriends. Carl, you better dump him. Dump the zero and get you a hero. And she listening to these people. She listening to people that's out there in the street. In the past, married women did not hang with single women. That's just wisdom. Married women never hung on no regular basis with single women. But that wisdom is gone because there's a lot of people that do that. And then you'll have a married woman who's listening to a single woman trying to persuade her to leave her husband and come out in the street and have fun. And then when a woman gets out in the street, she realizes that her girlfriends didn't lie to her, and that her girlfriends who were single were just jealous of the fact that somebody married her and nobody wanted to marry them. And the main reason why nobody wanted to marry the other women is because they probably were not wife material. They probably were not wife material. They probably don't know how to be a lady. They probably don't know how to be a good mother. That's why nobody has even ever asked them to marry them. Nobody's going to marry a person who's in the street. So I'm trying to give you good information to try to help you. Not every woman that you just give you information is going to give you the right information. Like I said, this particular female celebrity, she said, I've been listening to her girlfriends, convince her that it's going to be so much better being in the street. She gets down the street, now she crying and boo-hooing. She want to come back to the husband that she done told everybody that she has a good husband. She may not be able to get him back. I wouldn't have taken him back because she embarrassed her husband like I don't know what. He missed his family, crying and boo-hooing over his family gone. She in the street, talking about she going through her HOE phase. Yeah. Only HOEs have a HOE phase. Keep that in mind. Only HOEs have a HOE phase. So there was a woman who was listening to her goofy girlfriend. Now this woman was married and had a good husband. Husband was taking care of her. Husband loved her, looked after her. The woman had a goofy girlfriend at work that had convinced this married woman that her husband was controlling and domineering and controlling and domineering and domineering and controlling. Oh, he's controlling, domineering. He's domineering and controlling. Got this woman's mind messed up, got her brainwashed to thinking that her good husband is mistreating her. So she started coming home and started telling the husband, coming home with an attitude. And the husband over time got tired of dealing with his wife's nasty attitude. Well, she got the nasty attitude because she listened to her doofus girlfriend trying to convince her that her husband was controlling and domineering and mistreating her when he wasn't. Well, anyway, the wife left the husband. Guess what happened? The wife left the husband, and guess what happened? Well, the wife relative came over the wife's house. Now, mind you, the wife don't live in the house no more. She left her good husband. Guess who answered the door of this woman's house? You guessed it. Her girlfriend answered the door of this woman's house with hardly no clothes on. So the girlfriend is now screwing around with the husband who put all that negative crap in her head, brainwashed her to think that her husband was mistreating her, and she was mistreating her so bad. Then why is the girlfriend over at the woman's house screwing around with the husband and answering the door of this woman's house? But it's not her house anymore because she left the husband. All right. Keep this in mind. This is part of the reason why many women are having problems, because you're getting bad information from other women. You're getting bad information from other women. Keep this in mind. A lot of women, their attitude is if they're not happy, nobody else is going to be happy. If they're not happy, nobody else is going to be happy, and they will help you destroy your marriage. They will help you destroy good relationships that you may be in. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and peace.